Hey everyone, welcome back to the Boys. I'm Dan, and today we're going to be discussing all of the characters in the new Suicide Squad directed by James Gunn, which will be releasing on August 6th this year. If you like this video and find it informative, please give us a follow and also give the video a like if you did enjoy. The first character we're going to be diving into is Harley Quinn, played by Margot Robbie. So I don't really have to go into loads of detail here, as by now the majority of people should know who Harley Quinn is. If not, then all you need to know is that she fell in love with the Joker, one of Batman's main villains, while she worked as a therapist at Arkham Asylum, which basically turned her insane. Margot Robbie is set to reprise her role after portraying the character in the original Suicide Squad film and Birds of Prey. She's definitely the Deadpool of the DC universe and is hands down my favourite character so far. The next character is Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba. Originally, Idris Elba would have replaced Will Smith as Deadshot, but James Gunn decided to introduce him as the role of Bloodsport instead. Bloodsport is a contract killer, similar to Deadshot, who was hired to kill Superman with a kryptonite bullet and failed in doing so. We aren't clear if this movie exists within the DCEU continuity or if it is a standalone movie, but this is the reason that Bloodsport is locked up and recruited for the Suicide Squad. He is a confident and tough character and is determined to finish the mission. The next character is Peacemaker, played by John Cena. Cena himself described his character as a douchey Captain America. Peacemaker is a character that is committed to achieving peace, going as far as becoming a vigilante and going after warlords and dictators in other countries. In the comics, Peacemaker is obsessed with achieving peace because of the guilt and shame he felt knowing his dad was a Nazi death camp commandant. Next character is Colonel Rick Flag, reprising his role from the original Suicide Squad and is played by Joel Kinnaman. Rick Flag was the commander of the original Suicide Squad under the command of Amanda Waller. Flag is the only one on the team who is not a criminal, and so it will be interesting to see his dynamic with the other characters and the leadership role that he takes. The next character is Captain Boomerang, played by Jay Courtney. Another member from the original film, Jay Courtney will reprise his role as Captain Boomerang, an Aussie criminal who is notorious for robbing banks and jewelry stores. After being captured by the Flash, he was sentenced to 3 life sentences and recruited to Task Force X. The next character is the Thinker, played by Peter Capaldi. You may recognize the Thinker from the CW Flash TV show, where his incredible intellect was his main weapon. The Thinker has telekinesis and mind control through his use of the Thinking Cap, a device that amplifies his brain power. He's meant to be quite a young man, but the excessive amount of times he's used this device causes his body to be drained of the energy. The next character is Blackguard, played by Pete Davidson. There's nothing too special about this character. Blackguard started out as a small-time thug, but then was later recruited to a criminal organization to carry out a number of heists and contracts. In the comics, his armor would generate a shield and mace made out of pure energy, packing quite a heavy punch. Hopefully we can see this in action in future trailers. Next character up is Polka Dot Man, played by David Dalmantian. Polka Dot Man is a minor Batman villain from the 1960s who's obsessed with polka dots, kind of obvious in his name. His suit is covered in an array of polka dots that can be detached from his suit and could turn into various objects such as sharp weapons and even a flying saucer. In the comics, Polka Dot Man managed to get the upper hand on Robin and capture him, but it was later freed by Batman. Next character is Savant, played by Michael Rooker. Savant is another vigilante who has used his vast combat and computer hacking skills to blackmail people and track down criminals. His methods are questionable and is seen in the eyes of the law as worse as the criminals he locks up. Next character is Mongol, played by Mei Ling Neeg. Mongol is an alien warlord who is the daughter of a tyrannical ruler of the planet Warworld. She is known to go head-to-head with Superman. She possesses superhuman strength, agility, speed, and stamina, which gave her a chance of fighting the Man of Steel. Next character is TDK, played by Nathan Fillion. TDK stands for The Detachable Kid, which is another name for Arm Fall Off Boy. He is able to detach his own limbs and use them in combat, which was not deemed impressive by the Legion of Doom. The next character is Ratcatcher, played by Daniela Melchior. This character is presumably a gender swap of the classic Batman villain the Ratcatcher, who had the ability to control and communicate with rats. The character would capture hordes of rats and use them to torture and kill people. It is not clear if the character will be a gender swap, the daughter of the original character, or maybe someone else taking up the mantle. The next character is King Shark, who will be voiced by the one and only Sylvester Stallone. King Shark is a human hybrid with a huge shark head. Due to his anatomy, King Shark is able to survive for an infinite amount of time underwater and possesses superhuman strength. In the recent trailer, we can see him ripping people in half. King Shark was set to appear in the original Suicide Squad, but due to CGI issues, he was replaced with Killer Croc instead. The next character is Weasel, who will be played in motion capture by James Gunn. The character's first incarnation saw him take on a costume identity of a weasel who had deadly sharp claws, superhuman strength and speed. However, in this movie it appears the character will be a man-sized weasel. Kinda cool, I guess. And finally, the last character, Javelin, played by Flula Borg. Javelin is a former German Olympic athlete who mysteriously turned to a life of crime. His weapons all consist of a javelin-based thrown weapon and has went up against superheroes such as Green Lantern. And that's all the characters that will appear in the Suicide Squad. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a like and also subscribe to not miss out on future content. I've been Dan, thanks for watching.